Alright. What is going on, everybody? Oh, bro, who has the stream pulled up right now? This is Jared Figures. Wow. Already ruining it. Disappointment. Disappointment. Alright. You got your mic
What
situation figured out?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I just fell off my bed. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Alrighty. So, real quick, everybody. Since I didn't give you the rundown beforehand, because we had some issues with somebody's mic, perhaps.
I don't know who you're talking about.
So we're going to be doing two things here. We're going to be cleaning my vault out, first of all. That's the background gameplay of the stream, unfortunately. Something boring, I know. But what we're going to be talking about a little bit is why Destiny 2, and then additionally, what do you guys do specifically at the end of a season and at the start of a season, and are you excited for this upcoming season? So I'm going to kind of gather everyone's thoughts on that. We'll each have turns to talk about that. So let's just start real quick with why Destiny 2. So I obviously have what I would consider quality reasons, but all three of you, Jared, you being somewhat the exception here, played Destiny 2 quite a bit. Why do you choose this game over other games? Also, fair warning for those of you listening, we have a new guest on the podcast, however, not a new guest to you guys in general. Pietistic, as some of you know him. I think it's now, Lil Pie or whatever, something. He goes by many names, but we call him Pie. So welcome to your first podcast.
Gracias.
Anyways, so we'll start with our guest, our new guest here. Pie, what is it about Destiny 2 that keeps you coming back over and over and over?
The friends that I've bonded with over this game, mainly. I've made a lot of new friends. And the PvP. It's the main reason I come back. It's pretty fun to me. And then when I don't want to do PvP, I have you guys help me with PvE. So.
Gotcha. Okay. So really the PvP side. What about the PvP is so enticing?
Just me being able to slay over the bad people in PvP.
So you just like utterly destroying kids' hopes and dreams of
making them
even
feel
being
bad.
decent in this game.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Alright. Understandable. Next, we'll move up to someone who I feel like his answer is going to be a little shaky here, seeing as how he hasn't played in a little bit. Jazz Keyfall. What about this game keeps you coming back?
The fact that all my friends play it, and I have to go to college every few months and don't get the chance to keep up.
Understandable.
That's probably it, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you.
I mean, it's kind of fun, I guess.
Just kind of. Just kind of. Wow.
I mean, I've only put like a few hundred hours in now, probably.
I was gonna say you put quite a bit of time in. I feel like. But...
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's.
What was that?
Can't forget about trials.
Yeah, the most fun you can have, right?
It depends on the map.
That was a joke, but okay. Alright, and now moving on to the last person joining us here this evening, Vito. What keeps you coming back to this game?
Well, like Pie and Jazz said, friends that play it.
Okay.
Really, the only ones I know personally are you, are you three, but, you people online.
Bro, who even plays Destiny anymore?
And also the polar opposite of Pi, PV.
PvE. Okay. Yeah, I get you. I'm the same way on that for sure. And honestly, I think that's one of the things for me that makes this game very consistent. Whereas a lot of people on the PvP side complain over a lot of things. Not that I don't complain about a lot of things in this game, because trust me, I do. Vito can vouch for me almost any night that
Yes.
we grind together. At least something is complained about inside of this
I,
game.
I I can. What I complain about is people complaining about the game. Depends on the person, though.
Yeah, don't play
Which
the
is
game if
fair.
you're gonna complain.
No, and I agree 100%. But sometimes it's a little difficult, and you find yourself complaining
just-
more than you'd like.
I'll just head out now if
Beavers.
you guys want. Like, you know.
No. Alright. No, alright. So I see where all of you guys are coming from. For me specifically, the reason Destiny 2, I think it's a good combination of, this is like one of the first games that I really got into playing on like a console side of things. Before this, like, I mean, it was PS2 games, let's be honest. I mean, they were all just like Disney or Pixar games, or it was like some cartoon. You run around
think-
and complete these random objectives that, there wasn't much to it.
It
So
was mainly Call of Duty before.
yeah, and then transferring from Call of Duty, I mean, it was a huge like shift. But then once you were on Destiny 2, it was very difficult to find yourself playing anything else. At least when I first started playing. And then I think it slowly developed over the years to just kind of being this one game that I know I enjoy no matter pretty much what happens. So I just kind of like, if I get bored of whatever else I'm currently working on, I fall back and decide to do more Destiny 2. Which I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. I'm still kind of like 50-50 on that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think that's called an addiction.
No. No.
Yeah,
No.
No. I don't.
Uh,
no.
Ever heard of me?
Yes, you've probably logged more hours than me, if I'm being honest.
Bro, Everett goes ham. In
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
He
I
really does.
I go a little too ham. I go a little too bacon.
Alright, yeah, I understand where all you guys are coming from on that. Now, I guess we'll kind of shift topics there, and we're going to work our way into what are you doing at the end of a season, what are you doing at the start of a season in order to best prepare yourself for the upcoming season, or, like, is there excitement found in there or not, like, just kind of in general. We'll just go in the same order here. We'll start with you, Pi.
Let's see. At the end of the season, I mean, typically everyone just collects bounties that go towards engrams. Like, for example, Iron Banner bounties. Everyone does those because they're free pinnacle. Each bounty gives you one, so that's nice. And then, or that's what I used to do at the beginning of the season. Normally, I'll wait to see if someone will find an exploit to get your light up faster, but that hasn't happened for a little bit. But other than that, that's about it for me. That's what I do typically.
Alright. I feel you on that. Just kind of waiting for almost an easier take, an easier way to get through whatever you're currently working on. And like you're talking, like the glitch or whatever, I mean, like we had Black Armory a few seasons ago where we literally could just screw around and do nothing for several hours on end. You could, matter of fact, leave your console or your PC running, and you could go do other things in real life and walk back and see that progression. And there's just something kind of crazy because it makes no sense now. Like, we haven't had anything like that in a long time. But yeah, it was very, very nice. I would agree with that 100%. Jazz, how about you? If Jazz is there, I guess. I don't know.
what I do like at the beginning and end of a season.
Yeah, at the end of a season, are you doing anything to prepare for the next season? And then once the new season comes out, what are you immediately doing? What's your focus? So on and so forth.
Well, You see, what I have been doing is just like going to college, like generally. That just seems to line up with like the end or beginning of a season.
Yes.
But like, I mean, in reality, no. I just like stock up on supplies, I guess, and just
Okay.
I don't really know. I kind of just roll with the punches usually.
Just see where
You
it
know?
takes you and call it
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, there's definitely a degree where it's like I don't really care what's gonna happen, and I'm not gonna take the time to do too much preparation. I just want to see what happens, so I'm just gonna wait it out. So yeah, that's understandable. And then lastly, I guess Vito, what are some things you find yourself doing? Maybe not all the time, but at least a portion of the time in terms of prep for the end of a season and the beginning of a season.
Usually usually the end of the season. I will just bounty hoard, maybe for the last 3 or 2 weeks. And then usually up toward the last week of a season or the last half of a week of a season, I usually just spend less time on Destiny or on my console in general. Burn myself out before the season, and then toward the beginning of in the new season, I'll learn the new season content and get myself situated with all of that and all the bounties and stuff. Try to get pinnacle as I can.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, no, I
Grind.
understand 100%.
grind out.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I obviously everyone kind of has an idea of what I do because I have a prep guide out there. In one of the playlists, if you just look up Season 14 prep guide, eventually, if you scroll down far enough, I'm sure you'll find mine. If not, no worries. Check my channel. I don't have that many videos, so it shouldn't be too bad to find. But yeah, no, I mean, I do a lot of the same stuff as Vito. I mean, matter of fact, we play together probably the most of this group so far, and I mean, because of that, it turns around and we're pretty much doing the same stuff no matter what. I mean, there's a few things where I feel like we do different things a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then I guess we'll just real quick here. This will be a little bit of a shorter one. Plus, I'm not gonna put this up on Spotify or anywhere else. Dealing with files from YouTube are a little difficult, so that's why all these pre-recorded ones are easy to work with. So sorry for those of you listeners out there. You'll miss out on an episode. No worries. You can come over to YouTube here and watch it. Sorry, once again.
Get wrecked, Spotify listeners.
Pretty much, yes.
Pranked so hard.
And I guess the last thing we'll discuss here real fast, not even necessarily fast, take as long as you'd like. I want you to start with what has been your favorite season as of late, so like the past 2 or 3, and a couple reasons as to why. And then on top of that, are you excited for season 14 coming out on May 11th? And then a few reasons as to why. We'll go to, yeah, same order.
Let's see, my favorite season. Right now, this season has not been too bad. One, because they did nerf stasis. They did a pretty good job on nerfing it. Other than hunters, and then
Ouch.
I'm trying to think. Another reason, PvE right now is actually not bad. The new raid that came out, that was last season though.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's really about it.
Okay.
That or season 11, I think. That was the really long season.
Season 11 was super long, yes.
Yeah, when COVID hit. Yeah, that was a pretty fun season, actually. Was when I started getting back into the game more, so.
Okay. Nice, nice. We'll move on Nice. Jazz, what are your opinions on favorite season and whether or not you like this upcoming one?
So how far back are we going?
Just 2 or 3 seasons.
So like the one
We could-
Arrivals.
before
I think.
Beyond Light, was
Arrivals.
that the one with Umbral engrams and stuff?
Yes.
That season was pretty crazy. Cause like I don't know. The exotic for that season was good. The event, I mean, it was kind of just Gambit again, but it was coming off of a pretty bad one, so like it looked good by comparison. The Umbral engram system was a welcome change, and it allowed for some pretty cool stuff. And then we got like, didn't we get Prophecy or something?
Yeah, Prophecy dropped that season as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that was is probably the best dungeon, I would say. You know, So.
Understandable. Yeah. Okay.
I liked that season a lot.
All right. And then lastly here, Vito, what are your thoughts?
I like this season. I'm with Pi here. I like 13 this season and season 11. Mainly because of the weapons that came out and the activities that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike Pi, I'm kind of a lore guy here, so the lore for both seasons has and was been amazing.
Yeah.
I
No,
th-
I agree. I mean, the storytelling they've done is incredible as of late.
If there's Beyond Light, for this is kind of going off topic, but Beyond Light hasn't been greatest, people would say, but I got it. They've done phenomenal with the lore. If there's one thing,
I second that. I second
the
that.
lore and the music.
Oh, the music is just always good.
Yeah,
Like I don't think they've put out bad music.
there's a reason they put Sepix Prime in too.
Yes. No, you're not wrong. It's because of the music. No one actually wanted the strike back. They just wanted the music, bro. Nah, I agree with that. I think.
Sepix is back in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Don't worry. We will be grinding a lot this evening, and in future weeks.
Okay.
I would have to say of the past seasons, I think Arrivals was good. Personally, I liked the one that came with Beyond Light, the one that just dropped like 2 weeks after.
Season of the Hunt.
Yeah, Season of the Hunt. I mean, lore-wise, reintroducing a character and everything, that was pretty neat. On top of that, I really like some of the weapons, the seasonal weapons that came from that. I mean, both the SMG and the grenade launcher, both heavy and breach, are just incredible weapons to use and so much fun. I definitely think of the past couple that would have to be my favorite. But Arrivals is definitely a close second. And then I don't think everyone kind of touched on this. If you had to choose, what, like, of these past couples, or no, if you, thinking forward, sorry, how do you feel about this upcoming season, about season 14? Like, what are a couple things you're excited for, maybe not so excited for? We'll go down the same order here.
I feel about this upcoming season. I think it's gonna be pretty fun, similar to like Season of Arrivals, just because Vault of Glass is coming back out, and I know that was a lot of D1 veterans' favorite raids out of Destiny, so I think it's gonna be a pretty good season.
Yeah. Alright. Gotcha.
Mainly because the raid, though.
Yeah. Alright. Jazz, your thoughts?
I'm sorry I lagged out. What was the question?
What, looking forward to this next season, are you excited for it, not excited for it, and a couple reasons as to why?
I mean, I'm excited for it. Because, I mean, it's always good to have just new stuff in this game, like, no matter what, because it's really easy to get burnt out. So, like, it can never hurt to have new stuff. But like, I think Vault of Glass coming back is gonna be cool, and like, I think it'll, be very nostalgic, and I'm looking forward to it. I might only be here for like a day of it, but
Yeah, you won't be here for super long necessarily.
yeah.
Vito, and your thoughts?
Vogue coming back, even though I've never touched D1. Actually, I might have, thanks to your brother there, Jazz.
Might
that's
have
besides the point.
multi-tool.
Oh no.
I'm just ready for new content too. Like, I'm not bored with this stuff in season 13 yet, but it's getting old.
I agree.
Put that out there.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Ready for some new stuff. Still have plenty I need to get done this season, but I'm always ready for some new stuff. Okay, I guess last bit here. That Jaren guy's pretty hot. Oh my gosh. Really, guys? Really? We're just gonna ignore the comment section for this current time.
I think you mean read it out loud.
Too late. I think my thoughts. I'm super excited for this next season. I want to see what they do. I want some new seasonal weapons, as always. I think that's probably what I'm always most excited for. But honestly, I don't know if I'm quite as hyped for VOG coming back as a bunch of other people are. Not that it was like a bad raid or anything, but I think a lot of it, like we discussed in our most recent podcast when we ranked the raids, I think a lot of people just let kind of nostalgia like cloud their judgment a little bit and how good it actually was. So it'll be interesting to see once it comes back if people are like, wow, this is hot trash, or if they're like, yo, Bungie did a good job at bringing this back. I'm just kind of interested to see how that's going to go. Alright, we'll just end this here
You
with...
know what?
Oh, go ahead.
Hot trash? Sounds like an innuendo.
No. Mm-mm. Not on my podcast. No.
Oh, darn. How about oxymoron?
I'm fine with that.
Chicken.
We'll go through. Everyone has like 30 seconds. If you want to plug something, feel free to plug something. If you have something last minute thought or whatever you would like to say, we'll give you guys like 30 seconds each, starting with Pi.
Don't play Destiny every day. You'll lose
Very
your mind.
And then we'll move on to Jazz. What is your closing statement?
Well, I'm going to take a tiny bit of my closing statement to reflect on Ryan's statement and point to Everett as evidence of losing his mind.
All right. And Vito, what is your closing statement?
Play Destiny as much as you want. Don't listen to them. Play it as much as you want. Play it every day. More power to you. Don't play it. More power to you. Subscribe to Macabre.
All
See,
right.
he did lose his mind. He's saying subscribe.
No. Alright, I want to thank each and every one of you who came out to watch the stream, the live podcast. I will put this, or I'll retitle it and edit the description and everything up on YouTube. Thank you guys for coming out. I know it was a little bit shorter. I low-key forgot that I hadn't streamed Friday night. My apologies. So this is the stream and the podcast for today. Moving forward, we're possibly going to be cutting podcasts down to once a month. I'll have more information on that in a future video. Do not worry. We'll explain why later. But we'll see where it goes. Thank you once again for coming out. And with that, I have nothing else to say